Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, and this is the second part of our DevOps Bootcamp series. In the last video, we explored what DevOps is, why we need it, and the basics of how it bridges the gap between development and operations team. In today's video, we are diving deeper into DevOps pipeline with a focus on continuous integration. We will discuss its flow, purpose, and how it benefits developers and teams in achieving faster and more reliable software delivery. So let's begin with the continuous integration. So what is continuous integration? Before I explain the definition, the people who does not know the code and all the basics of this just wanted to give you little bit of details there. For any application, for any websites, for any product, there are some code which is written by the developers. So continuous integration is a process that actually ensures that no bad code is committed to the repository. And what does that mean? Repository, there are a lot of tools, but this is the place where all developers and everybody just store their code, whatever they have written. So continuous integration is a process that ensures that no bad code is committed to the repo, preventing it from affecting other teams or developers. So if any developer is doing any changes or anything in the code, CI is the process that ensures that it will not impact anyone else other than that developer. And even not even the developer, because that his changes is just on his local machine. So it will not impact anybody else. So CI actually validates the code through pre-checks and testing before it can impact anyone else. What it does, it actually ensures your code is tested means like the unit testing, integration testing. Code is compilable. Whatever code I am putting, it is in compilable mode. What does compilable means? You put some code irrespective of any language, it just build that, like it creates a package, so it is able to do that. There is no broken and compilation failures, and code meets all quality standards. So every company or every team has their standards of the code. So that CI process that also ensures that it is meeting all their coding standards. So this is the basic definition of continuous integration. Now let's talk about common tools to achieve CI. So one of the most widely used CI is Jenkins. It is open source and incredibly flexible, making it the go-to choice for many teams. Jenkins acts as the backbone of your CI process by orchestrating and automating everything. So in this diagram, you can see Jenkins integrates with several other tools to achieve a seamless CI process. So first, let's talk about GitHub, which is used for source control, the version control system to store and manage code. So Jenkins can easily integrate with the GitHub to pull the latest code and trigger the CI pipelines. The next is SonarQube. So SonarQube is used for the code quality to ensure your application meets all coding standards. So Jenkins integrates with tools like SonarQube also. Testing framework. So testing is very important in terms of CI. So Jenkins allow you to run unit test, integration test, or any type of test using popular testing frameworks like JUnit or Selenium. So it ensures your that the code changes that you have done is not breaking the application. And finally, to build your code, you need a build tool. So Jenkins also integrate with build tools like Gradle to compile the code and create a deployable artifacts like jar and war file. And this is the essential step in the CI pipeline as well. So all these tools, GitHub, SonarQube, testing frameworks, Grader, work together with Jenkins as the central point, and Jenkins trigger and coordinate these tasks, ensure an efficient CI process. So now let's talk about the CI workflow. Like how does it look like? So imagine you have a team of developers. like 100 or maybe 5 or 10, just take an example, working on the same project. Typically in your GitHub you have this main branch set up, and this is the branch that actually holds your production ready code, right? The code which is deployed on the production branch or on the live environment. So now as a new developers or any existing developers, if I have to make any new changes or adding new functionality, what is the process? So they create a feature branch out of the main branch. This way they can actually work on their specific task without impacting the main branch code. So any users, they'll just create a branch out of this and work on their part. And once they are ready, they actually create a pull request against your main branch, and that is where the CI workflow get triggered. So it actually then run the unit test, it runs the code quality, and it at the end it builds the code. So this is whole continuous integration flow, and here you can see nobody has impacted because it pull request is just running against a specific user branch. There is no impact on this main branch. So it is just providing developers it is just validating the code of that particular developers that he has written to ensure that his code is compilable, testable, and meeting all coding standards. So this is the basic CI workflow for any of the project or for any of the application you have worked on. This is the basic CI workflow. So now what is the benefits of CI for the developers? So you can see that it's a immediate feedback. Like whenever I'm ready with my code, what I have to do, I just have to create a branch out of that and create a PR to just test my code changes. So immediate feedback. So continuous integration actually provides developers with immediate feedback so that they can address those issues quickly and maintain the code quality. So just imagine if we don't have the CI process, the code will go to the main branch and then somebody will observe some issues, then they will reach out to the developers. It will delay the cycle. So this is the CI actually immediate feedback. Reduce dependency. So CI actually minimize the dependency on other teams also, because developers is not now he is not dependent on anyone. He is just dependent on himself to validate their code independently and streamline the development process. Faster development cycle. So now you can see that we have a faster deployment cycles. CI empowers developers to iterate more rapidly now, ultimately enhancing the productivity and innovation. So these are the main benefits of CI for the developers. So this is what I wanted to talk advanced CI workflows. So advanced CI workflows, in the existing one we have seen it do the unit testing, code quality, build the code, but it has not deploy anything there. So any developers cannot actually access the application on some browser or anything and test it. That was not there. So in the advanced CI workflows, basically the big organizations or based on your application need, how critical it is, and all those things, people uses this ephemeral deployment concept also. What does that mean? As part of this CI workflow, it will actually deploy also, like it will deploy your code on some servers. Those are called on demand servers or anything, so that developers can just test it, and whenever they are done, it will automatically destroy that infrastructure also. So this is just little bit of advance in CI workflows, but lot of people and lot of teams are started using this process also because it helps them, because now actually developers can just test everything. he he can test from the application side, from the functionality side. It's not just unit testing code quality. He can actually check the logic of the code that he has written by just browsing the website and clicking on the buttons that he has made changes. So that just speed up the process again. But family deployment having that functionality, it's a little bit complex, but yes, big organizations and based on the application critic criticality, people do that as well. Variations in CI workflows, as I say, smaller teams might focus on basic validations like unit testing, code compilation, that's it. Larger organizations, they can add more layers in the CI process, like integration testing, automated UI testing, and ephemera deployments, as I told you. So CI, it varies team to team. It actually just provide you the platform to have as much validation you want, but there is no direct rule that you have to have this in your pipeline or in your flow. It entirely depend on the necessity or the requirement of the application. But yes, this is the CI workflows, and and the simple workflow that I have explained is used, commonly used by a lot of teams and a lot of companies now. So that's an overview of continuous integration. It's a foundational step in the DevOps pipeline that ensures your code is always in a deployable state. Thank you.